everybody, welcome to today's video. So this video was inspired by Emily Noel and as well as Kelly Gooch. I will link their channels and their videos in the description box down below, so please check that out. But we're basically talking about if I could only keep 5 makeup products, these are the 5 that I would keep. I love this idea of a video because like I can remember back in like 6th, 7th, 8th grade whenever I really started like loving makeup. I had like this one eyeshadow palette and I would use that as my brows and like it looked bad, but you know, like I would use and learn to multitask with that. I would even take like a little spoolie, like one of those sample spoolies that you can get at like the makeup section at Kohl's. I would steal those and I would like dig those into like the darkest eyeshadow color in there, and then I would apply that to my lashes. Like, I got creative. So basically, I am going to share with you guys 5 multitasking products that I would keep in my collection if I could only keep 5. I would never seriously do this because I am addicted to makeup and I love it so much, and I need it a lot. I need a lot of it. I need options. I enjoy having options. I don't need it, but it's something that I really dedicate a lot of time to in my life, which is kind of silly, but I love it anyway. Ugh, I'm going nowhere with this. You guys kind of get the picture. So this is obviously just for fun, and maybe you can get some like cool ideas from this, maybe, I don't know. So yeah, let's just go ahead and start talking about the 5 products that if I could only keep, these are the 5 that I would keep. That was rough. Okay, let's get into it. So first off, for a foundation, I'm skipping primer because your skincare, my skincare primes it good enough, and I'm actually using the sunscreen oil right now, so it leaves my face like super dewy and hydrated afterwards, and I have dry skin, so I'm good. But for the days that I do want to wear a full face of makeup, I feel like you need a foundation, and I feel like this foundation also would multitask as a concealer. It has really good coverage. I was surprised that I chose a matte foundation over like a dewy foundation, but I didn't want to waste one of my 5 spots on a powder. Which was really hard for me. But yes, so I'm choosing more of a matte finish. I feel like this is one of those foundations that set into place themselves. I have it swatched on the back of my hand right now, and it's had time to dry. So like you guys can see, it's not moving around at all because it's kind of one of those self-setting foundations. It's also a very thin formula, so it doesn't look super heavy or cakey on the skin. I'm wearing it today. All of the products that I'm mentioning here are somewhere on my face. So yes, I really actually was so surprised whenever I chose this over some of my more loved dewy foundations, but if I really could only have 5, this would be definitely one of the 5 that I keep. So yeah, and I also really like their little spatula applicator. I feel like it would make just applying for like concealer also easier, and yeah, so yes. This is the foundation, this is the base. And I feel like for my skin especially, I just feel like if you're gonna wear a full face of makeup, you need something on all over your face. And I feel like it'd also be more cost efficient if I used a foundation rather than a concealer for that. Because while concealers are like creamier and like they can look really, really good on the under eye, I feel like that one works fine, and I would need a powder for the concealer, and also there's so little amount of product in them if you're going to use that as a foundation, you know? So moving on to a little bit of lip balm, and I would also use this as a cream blush for those no makeup days, because I want options in these 5 products, you know? So this is the Dr. Papa's Rich Mocha Balm. I was also very surprised that I chose this out of my collection because I really don't think it's the easiest thing to work with if you have like super fair skin like me, because it is such a dark tint originally, but once I kind of learned how to work with it a little bit, which is like use less, make sure it's blended in, I think it makes a really gorgeous nude color. It's what I have on my lips right now. And I feel like it's one of those Your Lips but more enhanced colors, and I feel like it would go with any eyeshadow look that I create, and I think it also goes really well if you're not wearing any makeup on, and it adds a nice layer of moisture, and I would prefer that over like a more matte a more matte lip color, and I also would really like this for a cream blush and just tapped into the skin. It's not what I have on my cheeks right now, but it would be definitely a good option, and I feel like that'd also add a nice creamy glow. Okay, moving on to brows. I did sacrifice one of the spots for brows. I feel like I just need to have my brows done to frame my face if I'm going to be wearing makeup, and even if I'm not going to be wearing that much makeup, I still want my brows. So I included a tinted gel, and this is from Ulta Beauty, and it is their brow tint in medium. I really like it because the spoolie is so small and it's really easy to control where you get the product, and it's really easy to disperse that color throughout your brows, and I like how it also keeps my brows in place the whole day. It's one of the few tinted brow gels that I feel like would do that, and it doesn't get all over your face. So yes, I really enjoy this, and it's also really good for those no makeup days. If you want to use this as a little bit of a mascara, it's nice. So yes, once again, options. I really like it. Huge multitasker, fantastic. And then for like my palette, I did decide to include an eyeshadow palette, mainly because this is also a great multitasker. I got this idea from Gooch, and it just like spurred so many memories back whenever I was first starting out and like learning how to do makeup and stuff, and I would do that with my palettes. Like I had this eyeshadow palette by Hard Candy, and I'd use like those taupey shades as my contour and the browns as my bronzer, and I'd use the like champagne-y shades as my highlight. And then of course I would hardly ever use it as eyeshadow, but I would use it for like all of those face things, and of course I did it wrong and it looked really bad, but yeah, that's what I did. And I also used like one of those taupey shades as like my brow powder. It was too dark for my brows, but you know what? We made it work. If you look back at some of my 8th grade photos, oh man, it was bad. Okay, moving on. This is the Melissa Michelle Bring On the Glam palette. I really love the shades in this. A lot of rosy tones, but then you also have those glitters on the side. So if you want to do something a lot more glam, and if you want something colorful, you can. Like that gold glitter and that green glitter, they're so pretty. And then they also have that neutral glitter as well, which would also be super duper pretty for a look. But then they also have all of these shades. They have super duper natural everyday shades, like that top creamy peachy shade, which is called Rotor Man. That's what I have on my lid everywhere, and then I also have that brown shade right next to it, which is called Boo Bears, and I have that as kind of like a liner on my lids. Once again, multitasking. And I also really like this because you can use that brown shade Boo Bears as kind of like a bronzer and like a slight contour, even though it's a little bit warmer. Like I have that as kind of definition on my forehead a little bit. I used it with like a big fluffy powder brush. It did take a little bit extra time because like these pans are not bronzer size, but they weren't as bad as like one of those teeny tiny eyeshadow pans. So I really do like that I can multitask with the face as well with this palette. And then of course these rosy tones make gorgeous blushes. Today on my cheeks I have 100% on my cheeks as my blush. So pretty, gorgeous mauve blush. And I've actually used this as a blush before like this video. So yeah, I really like this shade as a blush. So yeah, this is an awesome multitasking palette, and I feel like you can create so many different looks with it. It is limited edition, so like you guys can't pick it up anymore, but just based off of what I have in my collection, this would definitely be like one of the products that I keep if I could only keep 5. Okay. Last but certainly not least, I am keeping a mascara. I have to have mascara, whether it is a like very light makeup day or if it is like a full-on glam makeup day. I need mascara. If I'm gonna wear makeup, usually mascara is included in that equation. This is the Maybelline Total Temptation mascara. I love it. It has a cone-shaped wand. Right now I am working through the shade Deep Cocoa, which is a brown mascara. It's what I have on my lashes right now. This is one of the few mascaras that are voluminizing, lengthening, hold a curl, but I also like on my lower lash line. Sometimes I won't even put mascara on my lower lash line because I don't don't like how a mascara looks on it, but this is one of the ones that don't do that to me. It just disperses the perfect amount of product on there, and it also really makes my upper lashes look gorgeous on their own. So I really like this mascara, and I feel like not only is this like the one that I have in my collection right now, but it's definitely up there in like my top 3 from the drugstore. So yeah, those are all of the products that I would include with me if I could only keep 5 makeup products. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would love for you guys to subscribe to my channel, check out more of my videos, thumbs this video up, and leave a comment in the description box down below. What are one of the 5 makeup products that you could not live without? Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!